So this is Matt. I am trying something new, very new, something I just downloaded. For the first time, I'm going to try to record a game that I have played not at all. So this is the very first time, so I got to do some settings adjustments here. Quality, graphics, got to do the audio notices. I'm sure it's blaring in your ears if it's blaring in mine. Definitely got to trim the music down. Leave the voices and sound effects high. I'd like to test this before because I already have the volume turned down on my headphones, so no idea how my voice is being recorded in comparison to the game, so I'm just kind of winging it here. Usually I go very low on the music, and if there's voices or sound effects in the game, I tend to shut up and let them talk, but otherwise I like to talk over what's going on. Okay, so that should be alright for audio, I hope. Man, this is why I don't like using keyboard games anymore, because I don't like to have to remember what everything is. Well, hopefully I won't have to remember everything. I can just click buttons. That's more my speed. I'm old school. So this is Master of Orion, which I think came out a few years ago. It's based on the original Master of Orion I came out back in '93. I never played the original. I played Master of Orion II though. That was my jam. That was still one of my favorite old school PC games. Kind of built on the Civilization 2 engine, and in space, it was like the best version of Civ in space. And I still love that game. Who knows? Maybe I'll record some of that too. It'll be kind of low res, but English, blah blah blah. I like tactical combat. That's fine. Content. I did do retro fleets. Don't know what they look like. I haven't done any mods with it, but I did download the retro fleets. I wonder if I should use that or not. Well, we'll see what they look like. If I don't like the look of them, maybe I'll come in and change it. Okay. Yeah, because do I have any mods? Yeah, I don't have any mods, so I don't have to worry about that. I did download a few DLC, and hopefully that all got integrated fine. Single player. Match. I don't like the word match. Match makes it sound like an action game. It's usually not my typical game.
Hailing from the cloudy planet Altair, the proud Alkari are an old race of avian hominids. Although well known for their peaceful disposition, they are fierce in combat and will rarely back out of a fight if they believe they have just cause. The Skylord rules over the flock uncontested. He is the de facto commander of all Alkari fleets, crewed by highly skilled and disciplined soldiers. Their pilots are among the finest in the galaxy. Alkari religion permeates every aspect of their culture, and their zeal can oftentimes be confused with fanaticism. They believe the god of sky created the Alkari to gaze over every horizon, and have been driven into space to fulfill that calling.
Okay, now that that's done. God, in the old they did a good job. They updated all of these. I actually have the board game version of this video game. It has most of this. Yeah, they took the classic races from. I don't know how many of the. I know that some of these races go all the way back to Master of Orion I. All of them go back to, and all of these go back to Master of Orion II. I also have played Master of Orion III, which looks fantastic. unfortunately, it is often loathed. I've bought it twice and still have never been able to get past it. It's just not my kind of game. So I was always kind of hoping this would be, since I got a new PC and I can finally run high end programs. I figured I'm gonna download this. It's for sale this week on Steam. So, oh, Terran isn't. That's new.
It was during the darkest
They're
times of human
humans.
history that the age of the Khans dawned. All over their homeworld, civil unrest was mounting as society crumbled under the weight of deviancy, corruption, and greed. Mankind was poised to destroy itself in a tidal wave of chaos and despair when the first of the Khans rose to power. His callous rule was one of drastic measures of cullings and purges. Castes were established, dissidents were hushed, and little by little the race was forced to survive. Following his example, the Terran Khanate has continued to secure the survival of their species and now seeks to guarantee its place in the galaxy for generations to come.
All the rest of them I'm familiar with. Here's the thing about the races, at least from my experiences in playing um, Master of Orion II. For those of you who have never played the games or never seen them, this is a you know a galactic expansion conquest game, 4X game. Um, I don't know how much of this is going to translate, but in at least the old game, well, the humans were kind of neutral. I always hated playing the humans. I loved playing the aliens because I thought they were always interesting. The Cylons were small, frail, and were geniuses. They could learn all the technologies whenever they learned the technology. They didn't have to pick and choose which ones to acquire. So they generally at the beginning of the game, well, they always had a tech edge over all their opponents. They would learn everything, but they weren't really the best builders and best stuff. They just had everything available, which could overwhelm them with options in terms of what they built. But by the late game, they could just swarm over the galaxy because everybody else was so limited in what they knew. Of course, they had to play defense because there were spies, like the Darloks, who were expert at spies. They were experts at stealing technology and knowledge. Um, the Nolums were a bit of their universe's version of the Ferengi. They were known more as traders than anything else. They were all about gaining wealth and money. The Trillarians were experts at warp space. They could travel the galaxy faster, farther. They didn't have to develop the technology. They weren't so reliant upon their technology because they could warp the space in their own natural way. The Illyrians were telepaths, so they could just conquer worlds by basically using their brain, their mind control powers to just instantly convert a population. So they didn't have to rely so much on brute force. They could also take over enemy ships and take over the ship right away, which is kind of cool. The Silicoids were like the universally loathed species because they're rock creatures. They didn't get along with anybody. Diplomacy was not in their vocabulary, and they could live anywhere because they were as non-bio. They were less reliant upon needing lush worlds with biodiversity. They could habitate any world, any crappy piece of rock in space. They could colonize. Similarly, the Sakura were a reptilian race. They're subterranean. They could inhabit wherever they were. They could get a lot more of their population on the planet. So their population, the humongous population that they have, gave them an advantage. The Mershan and the Bulrathi were kind of the warlike races, um, either offensive or defensive in nature, as cat and like dog, bear kind of species. Um, they were usually fairly close to the human. I always felt like these species were always kind of close together, so you usually had to deal with them. You could ally with them or war with them if you like, but they were generally, you had to respect their combat prowess. You didn't want to overlook that. And the Darlock, of course, were master spies, so it was very hard to deal with a species that's constantly stealing tech from you. The Meklar, similar to the Silicoids, but different. They were like half cybernetic, half more. They were cybernetic. They were half human, or not human, but half by mechanical machine and half, biological. So instead of just consuming food, they would consume food and uh, industrial production, which enabled them to colonize more worlds, and they were more capable. Um, an interesting species. I played them quite a bit. The Klakons are an insect species. They are similar to the Sakura. They were able to inhabit worlds, a broader shape, broader scope of worlds, and they were pretty strong militarily in terms of ground force. They weren't necessarily the greatest in space. The Alkiri were the bird species. They also had certain perks and advantages. Oh, usually what I would do is I make a custom race, and I would incorporate several of the some of my favorite characteristics, and make them antisocial. Um, Basically, I created a pretty interesting species of, but I don't know. The abilities here are definitely different, and I'm sure that the way the game's played out is different. Not sure what I should play. I want to play an alien, but maybe I ought to just be kind of neutral and play the standard stock
After ages
humans.
of internal conflict and faced with dwindling natural resources on their home planet of Earth, humanity finally came together to form a consolidated government, replacing the many nations once dotting its political landscape. This new government brought unification, eroding long-held distinctions based on race, color, creed, and gender. Humanity thrived and at long last reached for the stars. Now, out of the Sol system, the human republic arises.
See, this is a big reason why I don't like playing the humans, because they don't have any kind of particular advantages militarily or industrial or anything. They're diplomats, they're social. I generally don't like playing social branches or social peoples. Um, they start with government technology research. They have high morale. They're charismatic, so they are better at negotiating with their neighbors and so forth. They gain better diplomatic consequences and softer negative consequences. I mean, there's certain perks to this, but traders, about getting more benefit from more credit benefits from trade, and their security is lower than normal because there's fairly open society that welcomes people from the outside, that leaves them at a security risk. I don't want to play the paranoid Darlocks. I don't want to play the antisocial Silicoids. Although, here's what my general philosophy was. If I decided I did want to play one of the base races in a lot of these types of games, if I've played, let's say I played the humans, dealing with hostile, angry neighbors that nobody likes, I tend to go to war and end up getting beat by them and getting frustrated. So then the next time I play, who do I want to play? I want to play the race that was really annoying. I want to play the race that I don't want to have as my neighbor. Because if I play the humans, I just know the Silicoids are going to be right next door, and I'm going to have to deal with them. So basically I find the one race amongst them, either the race that I think is coolest, or I want to play the race that I just don't want to be like my neighbor, or I don't want to have to go up against.
Alone in their unique composition, the Silicoid are an ancient race of silicon-based life forms from the planet Chrysalon. Their impressively long lifespans and abysmally low birth rates have resulted in a civilization of relatively few individuals with lots of experience. The oldest among them is known as the Keystone, ruler of the Silicoid and speaker for the Crag. As outcasts among other alien races, they see other races as fleeting, temporary blurs that leave nothing behind but trouble for the crag.
That's interesting. They say their leader is known as the Keystone. Oh, the oldest member is known as the Keystone because their leader is igneous. Okay, so let's look at their traits. They're lithivores, consuming rocks instead of living organisms for sustenance. This race depends entirely on a planet's mineral richness to grow its population, um, which is great because they can live on a wider range of worlds. It does mean that because they're consuming their production, it comes at a cost to their production side. They can't produce things as fast because they're consuming things they produce. Lava breather. This race doesn't breathe in a mere gas concentration, but hot magma that would heat the surface of most planets. Uber planet Inferno. This race can transform volcanic planets into highly improved Inferno planets. Homeworld biome volcanic. This race's homeworld is a volcanic planet. Repulsive. Yes, this is right on the mark from the old game. I mean, there's more stuff to it, but yeah, a lithivore and repulsive. Those were two of the key uh, traits of the silicoids. Um, no race willingly works with you. Your attitude, smell, appearance, and even your voice repel other creatures instinctively. See, I like playing the silicoids because I don't have to worry about diplomacy. I just do what I want. Now, it does make me a hostile presence and basically means I'm going to be going to war with anybody I come up against. But as long as I have strong defenses and strong ships and so forth, I don't really worry about what other people think about me. Anybody that ticks me off, I'm just going to squash them. Tolerant. This is where they can withstand the resistance of the gravity on different worlds, no matter how strong or weak. A race is not affected by high or low gravity. See, the Nolums and the Cylons, I believe, are from low gravity worlds. Um, the Bulrathi are from a high gravity world, which makes them very strong and burly because they're so used to the crushing pull of heavy gravity. So that's their preferred world type. Heavy gravity world people who are adapted to heavy gravity do fine on heavy HG worlds as well as normal gravity worlds, but they don't do very well on low gravity worlds. Low gravity species struggle on anything other than low gravity because it just weighs them down so much. Their bodies are frail. They never had to develop the strong muscles and bones that are necessary to survive on heavy gravity worlds or even normal gravity worlds. So that's the downside of playing some species. Knowing what their favorite gravity is and terrain type, like the Trills love ocean worlds. Oceans and swamps and tundra worlds are all aquatic. That's their preferred terrain. Um, who is it? The Klakons or the Sakra? One of them likes like desert worlds. They like dry, you know, type worlds. But yeah, the different types of biomes are interesting. Homeworld side is huge. This is another. It's a very minor bonus, but it just means that their base homeworld is a little bigger than the normal one, so their population can actually be pretty big on it. Some of them start off on poor homeworlds. Poor homeworlds would be places they want to get off of as soon as possible. Maybe they've consumed everything that's on the planet and they want to leave now. I don't know. I have no idea what's in this. I only know what's in the old Master of Orion II game, and 3 to a lesser degree. So I'm just assuming some things, but I'm gonna play the silicoids because then I don't have to worry about socializing. Um, choose my opponents. I'm okay with randoms. Or I can choose computer opponents, random, random, random. Okay, what kind of galaxy? Circle, spiral, or cluster? I like spiral. Spiral seems realistic. Galaxy size. Eh. Well, they don't even have small. It's medium, large, and huge. Okay, it's interesting. Usually, you play on smaller ones, it means you're going to come into contact sooner. It's going to be more aggressive. There's going to be far fewer worlds. If you play in a really, really big world, it means the game could go a lot longer. But it also means there's more space between you and your opponents, so it'll give you a little more breathing room. But a lot of that depends on the density. If you really play on a small galaxy with a lot of people, you're going to be bumping into each other pretty quickly. I'll just keep it normal. Young, average, or old, I'll just play on average. Planet density by star, we'll keep that normal. Starting age, okay, this is all very familiar to me. Pre-warp, post-warp, or advanced. Well, in the old game, and whenever I say the old game, I mean Master of Orion II. Pre-warp meant everybody starts off with literally nothing. Everybody needs to develop the same basic tech to get to the certain level where they can start branching out. The basic tech are like at a certain, if you know civilization, there'll be a technological advancement, and it'll have like two or three or maybe even four different technologies that go with it. On the higher technologies, you have to pick which one of those specific technologies you develop when you complete that tech or what you're shooting for. But on the low level pre-warp ones, you get everything. Just it's the building blocks of enabling you to go from your planet to get into space. If you go to post-warp, everybody starts off with none of the advanced techs, but all of the basic ones already in their pocket. So they start off with a couple of scout ships, an outpost ship, and the building blocks to go out into space. Advanced will send you a little farther along. You'll have some other technology already developed. Pre-warp really sets everybody on the same platform, but it makes the game significantly longer because you have to invest so much time developing all that. So I'm going to start with post-warp, which is kind of the standard level. Difficulty, I'm going to keep it. Actually, you know what? Because this is a new play, I'm going to go to easy. Just to make it a little light on me. I don't want to get my butt handed to me in the first conflict I have. We'll play with 5 AI opponents since that's what it spawned. The game pace. Ooh, interesting. I'm going to stick with classic because I don't know any better. Who knows? I might find that the technology tree is advancing too fast or too slow, and this is where I can make adjustments. I have the same problem with Civilization. The Civ games, sometimes it feels like I haven't even had time to build the army that uses this technology, and by the time I build it, the technology is obsolete, and I find that to be very frustrating. That's fine. I'm just going to throw a random number in there just to do it. Ooh, it's advanced settings. Random events fine, pirates fine, monsters fine, minor civilizations fine. Allow racial traits, toggles racial traits for all races in the match, including the player. Great. Balanced starting conditions fine. Timeline fine. Research speed normal. Yep, I'm good with all of that. All right, starting the game. I love this. I have recorded quite a few video games that I have played, and all of them were games that I had already played before, so it wasn't my first time play. This is
Even
legitimately
more
first
so than
time.
any other race in the galaxy, the silicoid crag stands alone. Expanding slowly from their home world, Chrysalon, the silicoid race seeks little in the way of galactic interaction. Unique in every way imaginable, these reclusive and antisocial beings shun outside contact, seeking only to be left to their own means. In this ever-crowded galaxy, the solitude they seek may well come at the expense of all other life forms.
You are greeted, Keystone. This one is Fulcrum Sandovar. You can rely on this one to relieve the pressure of command and remain ever mindful of the crag.
Airmen clicking if fleet needs orders. Okay. And I've already forgot what that was. Oh yeah, this is very familiar. It's different graphics, of course, but yeah, production, food, and research. Food is something we don't need. Food basically is just a way of generating wealth, if I remember right. For them to generate food, since they don't need it, they're just generating it for money. Actually, as they conquer worlds, it is possible to have other races underneath you, and if you have bioorganisms underneath you, then of course you would need food production. I'm just familiarizing myself with this. We have a population of 6 with a maximum population of 8. We have 12 credits. It's generating 12 credits per turn. We have 50. We have a defense, ground defense. Our Marines, yes. So we're at 4 of 7 infantry, and we're going to gain new Marines in 5 turns, and eventually that'll get up to 7. Security is 3, indicates chance of discovering enemy spies in our colony. Okay. A lot of this stuff was in the old games, but it wasn't necessarily spelled out. You'd had to go to certain windows in order to check what these things were. So it's kind of nice to have everything right here. Morale. Well, we have high morale. Your morale can go down if you're a conquered race or if you have mixed species on a planet. I always thought that was one of the cool things about the old game is that you could, once you had a multicultural empire, you could like ship your different people to different worlds and have a mixed. See, all of these are crystalline. And our population, industrial waste, is a result of industrial waste in a colony. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not population. I can't read. It's pollution. Each biome can withstand a certain maximum pollution level before degrading. The industrial population made activists in the colony also cause soil contamination, reducing food production. Won't affect us because we don't have any food. Several structures can be built to clean up pollution. See, pollution is bad because it goes against your production level as well as your food level. Right now we're good there. Okay, what do we want to produce? Trade goods is just money. We can put a missile base as a defensive posture. Scout, frigate. Okay, so scouts are good at exploring but are really crappy at combat. The frigates are kind of your base level combat ship. It's the bare minimum, if I remember right. A space factory. That's new. I don't know what that does. I assume it's a industrial boon. I'm not sure. And a colony ship would enable you to colonize a new world. They don't have outposts. That's interesting. And you can ping certain things like for defense or for economy. So click to see the detail. Okay, let's just go through these. Trade goods, ongoing. Yeah, this is an ongoing one. That's why it's a different color. Converts 50% of your production into credits. So you'll do this once you get a world maxed out and it's not doing anything and you don't need it to keep building stuff. You just convert it into trade goods. Planetary missile base is defensive emplacements equipped with multiple launchers of your best missiles you have. Base automatically fires to defend the planet against attacking ships. Takes 7 turns to build. Scouts are inexpensive and fast. Are unarmed ships designed for deep space exploration. Frigates, small, cheap attack vessels with a limited load capacity that forces it to fly lightly armed. So, what is a space factory? Can build a variety of defensive and resource structures at warp points and asteroid fields, as well as transform asteroid fields and gas giants into planets that can support a colony. Okay, has no offensive or defensive capacities. So this is similar. It's not quite the colony base, but it's similar. It's developing stuff in that system, in that solar system. And the colony ship used to establish colonies on other planets. I'm not exactly sure what I want to build right now. They don't have things like the transports, which transport troops, or what's the other one? The fleet. which was your way of making sure food and was distributed essentially, and helps your finances. But maybe all of that is just automatic, or they removed it because that was one of the more annoying factors. I don't know what I currently have for a fleet, so I don't want to start building things until I know what I have for a fleet. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Um, Empire, yeah, that's typical. We have one planet. Um, well, we can set the tax rates. That's fine. Empire focus. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that until I have more worlds. Okay, so that tells us basically all of our systems, all the different planets we have colonized. What are we
What
researching?
dendrite of knowledge should these ones pursue, Keystone?
So we can research government, physics, biology, or engineering. So this would unlock destroyer or anti-missile rockets, hydroponic farm, and biospheres. Biospheres would be useful for this. Biospheres enable you to it expands basically your maximum population, right? Better control environmental conditions in which they live, allowing the population to use less hospitable areas of a planet. Of course, we can live in any kind of system, but they produce research and food. Okay. Physics will give us automated factory, which will help our industry, and neutron blaster, which is a higher grade weapon. Government gives us the research lab, which is good because that'll help our research, which will help more science. Or government support facility, which boosts the morale of a colony. All of it's good. Um, the destroyer and anti-missile rockets for engineering. Any other species, I'd be jumping on biology right away, but I think they're going to go with physics.
Precious.
Oh yeah, this is nice. This is not going to be a short game, folks. This is all of the civilization thrown into space. See, we have space travel. If we would have started in the pre-warp, I'm sure space travel we would have to develop on our own. Every species would have had to do that. Okay. So physics will lead to advanced magnetism and electronics. Military tactics. Yeah, this is pretty simple, pretty easy to understand. I like that. I like that. Okay, that's research. Let's go to diplomacy. We don't have any contact with anybody, so I don't have to worry about that. Not that we're going to spend much time in this screen because nobody likes us. We don't have any spies. Well, we need a spy center to use that. We don't have any leaders. In MO2, leaders could be placed on systems. There are two different groups of leaders. Leaders that can be placed on individual systems. So it's not just a planet; it's everything in every planet that's in a particular system. And they'd have little bonuses to those worlds. And the other leaders were like fleet leaders you could place on individual ships, and they'd have bonuses. Right now we don't have any leaders. Blueprints. Oh, cool. This is neat. This is where we need to design our ships. So we can create blueprints. Right now our technology only lets us build frigates. Alternate frigate. So it has two different looks. We can have the base frigate. It's just a different look, different appearance. And then we have different themes. We have that way you can make ships that are shaped the same look differently, so they're easier to recognize on the galactic map or on your battlefield map. Sniper, blitzer, brawler. It's just a designation. There's core systems, special stuff. Oh yeah, I'm gonna like this. Not a whole lot to do until we develop more technology, but that's cool. I like a little customization. I like building my own stuff. I'm gonna like this. I think they did a good job of. I'll have to see what the other ships and the other species look like. I'm not playing retro. I'm sure if I played retro, the ships would look a lot more like they did back in the MO2 days. So that's kind of cool. Right now we only have 3 different blueprints, which means we can come up with 3 different designs. You can have a frigate, come up with maybe one that's a missile ship or one that's something that's a little more defensive. I don't know. Interesting. Planets. These are all the known planets. Right now we have Chrysalon 2. Oh, that's in our background. We haven't explored. We need to explore to get more on that thing. Our fleet. So currently we have 2 scout ships and a frigate. So that's why I didn't want to go and start building new ships, because we already have a small, very small fleet. Path to victory. Okay. So this is how you win the game. You can win by score, excel at every aspect of Galactic Empire management to become the best. So right now we don't know who the other races are, but we know where we're all ranked. And right now our score is the worst. You can win by conquest, become the ruler by crushing your enemies into oblivion. This is going to require controlling a lot of worlds or destroying the other species. I'm not exactly sure how that balances out, but I'm sure it's a military. Technological victory. Push your scientists through the technological path and build the ultimate machine to transcend this universe. I think that's up on the technology tree. Let's take a quick look at that.
Knowledge deposition is steady.
Evolving technologies. Planar transcendence. Ooh, the Muller device. Ultraplanar dimorphic prospector. Interesting. Okay. I was just curious. Economic victory. Okay, fill your coffers and claim economic supremacy by controlling the Galactic Monetary Fund. Right now we're slightly higher than everybody else. Not sure why. Maybe because we're not spending, because we don't have any farmers. We everything that we're doing is basically generating cash. Diplomatic victory. Pull off the. This is one we're definitely not going to do. You become the Supreme Chancellor. This requires you to basically be elected and have the alliances with everybody else. So they basically are subservient to you, and nobody's going to put us in that position. The Antaran's victory. Discover and investigate the mysterious ruins leading to the Antaran pocket dimension and destroy them. Here's the two-sided coin of this one. Although it's not likely, you want to be the one to do this. You definitely don't want somebody else to do it. Now, I've never seen a computer rival of mine destroy the Antarans, but right now the Antarans, well, I don't know. I'm assuming at some point the Antarans are going to start coming out of their pocket dimension and attacking us. Their technology is pretty elite. The trick is to capture some of their ships and steal their technology, and then using it against them as best you can. Let's just hope they don't come at us right away. Okay, so let's go back to our fleet.
A segment of your attention.
Click the destination, split your fleet, blah blah blah. Okay, so we do it. Oh, we have actually a colony ship too. Okay, what do we have? Chrysalon Prime is a giant gas giant, so we're not going to be able to colonize that. Okay, so we have blue worlds and we have red worlds. I'm shooting the red ones are ones that are out of range for us. So let's go to there. There we go. I don't know what's there. That's why it's kind of shrouded in darkness. We just know there's a star there. So that's our little. I like this. I like the spiral. It makes it feel like a genuine galaxy. The Master of Orion II is just kind of a scattering of stars, and you didn't really feel like you were a part of the galaxy. This feels like a galaxy. Okay, so those are warp lanes. I'm gonna send the scouts to there. Then I'm gonna send the frigate and the colony ship to there. I don't know what's over there. Okay, and choose production. Okay, what are we gonna build? I don't have anything to exploit with a space factory because oh, gas giants. Okay, we'll start. We'll do that. We'll go ahead and build one of those. I'll figure out what to do after that gets built. Done.
Excuse this interruption, Keystone.
Click next turn. Yeah, I got that. I'm not an idiot.
A segment of your attention.
Before getting into combat, it's important to consider the enemy's strength and analyze outcomes. Our ships are equipped with special device capable of estimating an enemy fleet strength. To compare the strength difference between fleets, first click your fleet and then mouse over any enemy fleet. Pirate raiders, great. So we don't have the military strength to take them on. Not with what I'm bringing.
Pardon this intrusion, Keystone.
We should explore this area of further investigation. Electromagnetic disturbance nearby. Well, pirates. Interesting. Oh, Ocead. I love the warp graphic. That's so cool. Okay, well, shoot. I don't know if I should go there. I just don't want fighting to be automatic. If the fighting is only going to happen if I attack the world, I'd be fine. But right now, a single frigate. It's a 7 attack rating and 10 defense rating. They have 4 attack, 2 defense. Live and learn. I don't know if I should throw my colony ship in there though, because if we lose, we could be setting back quite a bit. Okay, now we got 2 scout ships. I want one of them to go there. Unstable warp points are rife with rogue energies that wreak havoc on the ship's nav system. Travel through unstable warp points is impossible until ships are equipped with multi-state insulator. So we won't be able to go down these warp paths yet. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Brown stars usually host no planets at all, and those that do will rarely have habitable environments. Well, maybe those are out of range completely because they're not pinging on my map. Well, these guys don't have any combat ability, so... Oh, we have a moon, too. I wonder if that does anything. Alright, next turn. Oh, maybe they're gonna fly off. Move. Next turn. Move. Okay. have for worlds? Oh, they're unexplored. Oh, that's interesting. So we actually have to explore the individual worlds. There. So what do we got here? Okay. Toxic planets or poisonous inhospitable environments. Your planets, they have poor planets with scarce mineral content. See, we don't care about the poison, but we do care about poor mineral. So we could colonize this world, but it would not be a very good one to colonize. Minus production. Ooh, it's got dark quartz. This planet has a special resource. Gives a production bonus to the colony. Okay, interesting. I'm just gonna wait. I don't know what system's gonna be good. Just go to the next turn. What? Another brown star. It's fine. Tell me I need orders. I'm fine where I am. I don't necessarily want to colonize that. Guard. There we go. Next turn. Move the ships.
Diggers!
There we go. Okay, we got some new worlds here. We've reached a pirate base. These hives of scum serve as a hideout for hostile ships that will attack any fleet they cross paths with without mercy. Wiping them out would be the smart thing to do. You'll need ships armed with bombs, such as destroyers, to attack ground structures. Select a fleet with at least one destroyer, then choose a combat when ordering a pirate base to bombard it. Okay. So Ocead 2 has a pirate base on it. So we won't be able to do anything with that until we rid the pirate base. Oh, it's a low gravity world anyway, but it's got artifacts. Then there's Ocead Prime, a Terran planet, exhibit ample water supplies, moderate climate, and abundant flora and fauna. Every bioorganism out in the world wants a planet like this. If they say we have it, they're not going to be happy. Because we don't need these great lush planets because we don't need the food. It's a poor planet though. They have scarce mineral content, making them unattractive for industrial development. So we're almost, except for the maximum population that we could get on this world. It does have artifacts, normal gravity. I think our colony ship's actually going to go here.
Just a shard of your consciousness.
Let's reach the viable planet. Colonizing planets from different planetary systems is a good way to expand, blah, blah, blah. To establish a new colony. Okay. A toxic world that nobody else would want. Yeah, this is similar to MO2. It's just, it's the next generation of graphics. Production. We don't need research. What do we want to build? Marine barracks. And then oh wait, can I build one at a time? So marine barracks first. There, we can do a queue. There we go. After that, build missile base. Yeah. Then... for now, that's all we're going to do. Done. Scouts. It's going to go there. This scout is going to go there. See where that system leads to. And we're going to leave our other ship there for defensive purposes.
A segment of your attention.
Our first space factory is ready. To build a structure on any node, send a factory to it and select a building from the fleet. Keep in mind the ship must maintain at the node until the structure is finished or the progress will be halted. Okay. Okay, what do we got? We got basically here, right? A super gas harvester. What's that going to do? Give us +5 credits. Restricted to a gas giant. A system with a colony. Takes 5 turns. Costs 25. A fast advanced drone that traverses gas giants, vacuuming and condensing vapors to storage and transportation. Awesome. Alright, I got that figured out. But he's got to stay there until it's finished building. Okay, now we can choose a new production. Automated factory. Build it. Build up our industrial strength. We're going to need some more ships, but I'll worry about that after we complete that. Okay, move the ships. Oh, it looks like we completed
With
the
each
research.
new discovery, the knowledge of the crag grows, Keystone.
Okay, so we got the automated factory. We already saw that. Uses robotics, generates production points. Basically helps our production. And we have the neutron blaster. Weapon. Fires intense bursts of hypersonic neutrons. Heavier particles result in more powerful weapons. And the light photon-based laser cannon. This technology will be used to improve the ship designs when using auto upgrade. Upgrade your blueprints. So right now these are using laser cannons. We can go ahead and upgrade all. Bam. So they're automatically upgraded. So we don't have to design. If you're somebody that doesn't want to customize this stuff, you don't have to worry about it. Same goes for our drive system. When that gets upgraded, we'll be able to upgrade it automatically. Our armor. These are all things that can become better over time.
What dendrite of knowledge should these ones pursue, Keystone?
So the older technologies are a little cheaper now. Just slightly, because they were 6 before, now they're 5. Or we can continue on the path we were on for 11 and try to get a leg up on some new tech. I really want to get this government going because of the happiness factor and research, because this is going to benefit everything. So we're going to go with that next. Take 5 turns. Ship upgrades. For the ships that are in port, I'm assuming, they can automatically be upgraded too. But it costs money to do it. And we have plenty of money, so go ahead. Okay, so then this ship should be, yeah, 8 and 10 now, so it's been upgraded. Man, do they have, oh no, we don't have a destroyer. We need a destroyer class before we take that out. Next turn. Electromagnetic disturbance. like this. I like the fact that it doesn't just reveal everything on a system. You actually have to visit the planets to explore them. That's awesome. In this one, there's nothing to explore. Like they said, brown stars rarely have other planets. Actually, I don't want him to go there. I want him to go there. Next turn. Oh, I love this. This is Master of Orion II on the next stage of so many quality of life things and so much prettier. Ease of adjusting this is fantastic. This is what Master of Orion 3 could have been had they not. So my problem with Master of Orion 3 is it was just too much micromanagement. I didn't want to become a galactic micromanager. It just took all the fun out of MO2 and bogged it down with crap that was not fun. Go ahead and move.
And now, the news.
Do not panic, but long-range scanners have detected a gigantic space monster lurking in a previously unexpected sector of space. And now, sports!
Let's hope it's not in our area of space. Oh, it is. Okay, well, I don't want to go there. At least we have a little buffer zone between us. So that space monster won't be too much of a problem. They're basically going to keep anybody from colonizing anything there. They're not going to be a problem until they decide they want to move, and if that thing decides to move, then we'll have to deal with it. Yeah, see, 287 attack, 262 defense. This isn't something we're going to be messing with for the time being. That thing is way powerful. Okay, that's good. Unfortunately, it's in our backyard, which I don't like. But... oh, we got a world discovered. Namor Prime, radiated planet. Okay, so a radiated planet is kind of like, what, Mercury? A place that's been so bombarded by solar radiation that there's no life. It is rich. Rich planets include a lithosphere of rich minerals, so this is great for us. High production. Look at that. It's going to produce 3, 3, 3, 2, and 2 as of our population. We don't care that can't produce food. No special resources, but it's a rich world. So that becomes a high priority for us to colonize. And that's a world nobody else will care about, so I'm going to go ahead and move there.
Based on your telemetry readings, you arrive to Nymor fully expecting to be escorted by battle cruisers. However, you find a race of peaceful beings with incredibly advanced technologies, but mysteriously absent space travel.
Okay, they incorporated that too. The Nymorian Magocracy. These are civilized species that are on a planet that are not space travelers. They haven't developed that level of technology. So that's interesting. They're independent. No empire has dominant influence over them yet. This race will provide the protecting race with 3 research points per turn to all the colonies in the system. So once we have 400 coins to invest, we can sway them to basically join us. That's cool. I like that. That's neat. They got a couple of moons too. Okay. Oh, I love this. This is so awesome. This is so my kind of game. Okay, move. Anything else? No. Next turn.
A fraction of your consideration, Keystone.
Minor civilization inhabits single colonies with no interest in expansion or military dominance. They produce and build like any other race, but they lack space traveling capacities and do not build fleets. They can provide a bonus according to their class. So they're basically just reiterating what we learned last turn. special here. It's a swamp world. Swamp planets are heavily layered with thick wild vegetation. This is a planet that it's not as good as a Terran world. It's not like Earth, but it is rich with biomatter. So in that regard, it's like Earth. It's a lot of water and a lot of bio, but it really sucks mineral wise. It's they don't have as many mountains. They don't have as many mines. They don't have as thick of a crust or something. I don't know. They're poor planets of scarce mineral content, making them unattractive for industrial development. So for our interests, this isn't a highly desirable world. For any of the others, though, the ones that aren't silicon based and aren't basically lithivores, this is a pretty good world. It's not quite as good as the Terran world, but it's a pretty good world. This is the one we want, though. We definitely want that one. Okay, travel to that world. And, oh, we have new research.
With each new discovery, the knowledge of the crag grows, Keystone.
So we can now build research laboratories on our planets. And we have government support facility. Another thing that we can build on a planet to increase morale of the colony. Great. So what are we going to research next? Well, xeno relations is not important for my species. Well, the xeno diplomacy is wasted on us, but the spy center is important because that'll help us spy on others and build our own spies defensively. Deep space exploration. That's where we build a civil transport. It helps travel between populations travel between colonies. But I'm going to do engineering because we can get it done quick. That gets us our destroyer and the anti-missile system.
Crystal clear.
Okay, choose production. Okay, great. So they got the factory is built. Now we can build either the research laboratory, a missile base. I'm going to build the missile base only because I'm afraid somebody else is going to show up here, and at least we can have some kind of way of fending them off. Close that, and then I'm going to build the research laboratory after it. And hopefully, and then the colony ship after that, so we can get a new colony built. And I'm going to go ahead and build a frigate. Of course, by then that thing's probably going to be obsolete, but we'll automatically be able to upgrade it anyway. Done. Okay, so he can go elsewhere now. Can't go to the moon, so I'm assuming the moon can't be developed. What else do we have here? Nothing really there that can be... You're looking for gas giants and you're looking for asteroid belts. See, this over here, that's an asteroid belt. That's kind of what you use these guys for, is basically to set up little outposts for tapping into otherwise wasted worlds, because you can't do anything with a gas giant. It's uninhabitable. There's no mass, no place to land, so I'm gonna send him back there for now.
Welcome to GNN.
Ancient ruins.
In its aimless roaming through the galaxy, the Bolrathi Empire has stumbled upon a heap of ruins of mysterious origin. Reports of bone-related skull-bashing incidents remain unconfirmed.
Okay, well, we know the Bolrathi are out there. So they're a warlike species that are going to be looking for heavy gravity worlds to colonize. Okay, move the ships. Nero discovered. Okay, we want to go... I've already discovered those worlds, so he wants to travel there too. won't catch up, but anything else? Just skip them for now. Skip. Sleep, so it'll stop asking me, because until we get another world with something we can tap into. I didn't think about it. Can they do anything with these brown stars? What can they do? Space Factory. I got defensive and resource structures at warp points and asteroid. Oh, warp points. As well as transform asteroid fields and gas giants into planets that can support a colony. Warp points, asteroid fields, gas giants. Okay, so maybe I can do something with them. Let's see. So they can build something there. A space surveillance system. Capable of monitoring any activity from afar, or a military outpost. Defends the warp point from incoming attacks. Okay. And then asteroid lab, super gas harvester, asteroid mine, artificial planet construction. Of course, that requires planetology, which we haven't developed. Gas giant compression. Again, that condenses a gas giant into a solid planet. Gravitic fields is great for. Oh no, this is a jump gate thing. I don't know. I was thinking that was probably going to adjust the gravity of a planet, but that's not what that would do. Oh, I wonder if that's how we use those red warp lines. Requires gravitic fields. Advanced. Oh no. Jump gate. Yeah. An advanced military outpost. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and build a military outpost on that site. Okay, good. I'm learning. Learning as I'm doing here. Must be a gas giant. There's nothing listed. No, it's a high gravity, gas giant. So that doesn't do us any good at all. Go ahead and go there. Pirate fleet detected near Osiad. As long as they keep to themselves. Oh, they didn't want to keep to themselves. They're a good chance. I'm gonna take command. I want to see what they do here. Take control of your forces while the AI admiral takes over micromanagement. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do assisted. New stuff. God, I hope this isn't real time, because I do not want real time. Okay, that's the range of our weapon systems, which isn't great. Ram. Oh, we can ram other ships. I don't want to do that without last resort. Drive throttle. just doing its thing. That's cool. So it does have a real-time activity, but you can kind of trigger, you can set up stuff. That's kind of neat. Figured we'd win. We do have to be careful, though, that they don't start putting out bigger and bigger ships. We're going to need a destroyer to take that thing out sooner or later.
With each new discovery, the knowledge of the crag grows,
there
Keystone.
We go. Destroyer and anti-missile rockets. Good stuff. Okay. Looking at our numbers. Biology is just not on our high end, but it's quick. We'll
Exquisite.
Get it done. So we can build biospheres. Now, once we get a planet capable of doing stuff, we're going to build a destroyer. Right now, we're good. Move.
I am the mouthpiece of the Hive. We are the Klakon. We are many.
Okay, well, we found a Klakon world. Like I said, we don't have to be hostile towards one another. Move. Okay, what do we got here? Low gravity, arid world. Okay, so this is basically the opposite of what a swamp world is. It's the other side of Terran. It's a world that's a little drier, with plenty of rocks and minerals, although it's ultra poor. So it actually does have low minerals in this one. But it is a rocky terrain with sparse vegetation. So it has vegetation, it's just not as lush. Not a real desirable world for us because the production is so low. We're looking for high numbers in these slots. So this is probably a system we're going to avoid unless we absolutely really want presence there. And as this thing branches out, I got to keep both of these guys going, so I'm going to go ahead and send them there. Meanwhile, they're going to scout out some worlds. Just visiting. We're not attacking. We have no combat abilities.
Excuse this interruption, Keystone.
War and taxes. Every population unit on our colony contributes a small amount to credits at our treasury. You can adjust this amount by selecting tax rate. Keep in mind, higher taxes have a negative impact on morale. Okay, we're good. We got money is still positive. We're all fine. Okay, so that's their capital. That's Colodan Prime. That is the capital of the Klakon world. So we're not gonna be messing with them anytime soon. Everything's good. I love the fact that I don't need to keep looking at windows to monitor everything. They'll let me know when stuff's done. Okay, we got our first leader. New leader, Renoir the Caretaker. While the Silicoid do not have the need for traditional medic role, Renoir tends the damaged Silicoid who cannot care for themselves. While his role is subtle, the practice streamlines the Silicoid workforce by removing those who slow it down. He is an ancient Silicoid with the weathered exterior supplemented with pieces of other Silicoid. It gives so you put him on a world, and he gives population growth of plus 10% and an increase in security. Sure. There's the simplified version of our galactic map. He's currently unassigned. We're going to assign him to Chrysalon until we get a better leader, because that's where our most population is, and that's where his benefits can help the most. Now, as you get multiple leaders, and it looks like this is a game that's not going to limit us to 4, because in MO2 you are limited to 4 world leaders and 4 ship leaders, so this looks significantly more. You want to put the people where their bonuses are going to be the most benefit. So a population growth isn't doing much on a world that's at maximum population, so you want to put it on a developing world to help it get to its maximum population. Hired leaders can be assigned to colonies and ships. Rejected ones stay around before they leave. Yep, that's just like the old game. Love that. I love that I don't need to relearn anything. If you're new, if you've never played Master of Orion II, then all of this would be new and you'd be learning. But I already know how all this works, so this is great. Let's get everybody moving. Looks like another gas giant. Yep. Okay. Let's, no. This world. See what's down this pipe. We're just exploring. We're not doing anything. Just exploring. Just keep exploring. Biology research completed.
With each new discovery, the knowledge of the crag grows, Keystone.
Okay. Alright, now everything's on equal footing. What do we want to do? Molecular manipulation, miniaturization of missiles. It gives us Merculite missiles, which is the next one up. Atmospheric Renewer is a anti-pollution mod. Advanced Fusion gives us a fusion drive, so it'll give us either faster ships or ships that cover more ground, and I don't know. And nuclear missile mods. Biotechnology, fungi farm, and death spores, not high priority. Everything in biology is a low of importance to the silicoids. Electronics, deep scanner, or electric computer. So there's a choice. That's our first choice so far. But it does unlock laser cannon modifications, so we can do some mods to our laser guns. Neutron blaster modifications, class 1 shields, or ECM jammers. Okay, I love it. I love the fact that they're giving us a technology, but then there's also a choice of one or the other. Okay, now that we've actually come in contact with another species, we got to get this
Crystal clear.
Spy center built. Let's move. And that's it. Move. And while I'm here, I want to check our how these systems are going here. No, I thought that was set on auto build. Okay, so he's building a colony ship that's going to take 10 turns. He's building a missile base, which is taking 12. See, I was concerned that this was taking a while, but that's okay. Maybe we want to put more. No, that's in production and research. See, this is where they're at a disadvantage. Their species doesn't grow in population very fast. So if we can get to a cloning center, that'd be great, because our population could increase faster. But it's okay. It's just a little slow. Yep. We're although the fact that we can live anywhere is great, we are such a slow population. Our population grows so slowly. It means it takes us forever to colonize. So it's kind of
A splinter of your time, Keystone.
it's not always an advantage. Okay. Now that we've contacted another race, we should build a relationship. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can contact any race you've met using diplomacy management. I'm just more concerned about diplomacy defense right now. See, they're building a little warp defense there. That is new, because that was not in the original game. They didn't have, at least not on the earlier technologies. Fleet needs orders. Move. Okay, so they got that outpost built.
Pardon this intrusion, Keystone.
Developed. These strange eddies are usually located off the unusual warp points between stars and maybe an SOS beacon of a derelict ship or particularly dense resource cluster, but are usually worth the time to explore. In order to claim the anomaly, use one of your ships to scout it. This ship will move away from the warp points towards the anomaly and return to its starting point once it's been explored. Okay. Well, for starters, I'm going to build surveillance. Pretty sure that that anomaly is related to one of these ships. Auto explore, no. Oh, the anomaly is there. Okay, well, it's not going anywhere. Oh, yeah, it's not going anywhere, so we'll just have to build a new scout ship to, because I'm not going to bring these guys all the way back. That's kind of cool. Okay. I love this. This is so awesome. Move. Okay, another little anomaly. Electromagnetic disturbance. Okay, what do we got here? Radiated planet again. High production. This is a good planet for us. Maximum pop 5. And this is a barren world like the moon. Again, great for us though. Good production. It's got artifacts. That's awesome. So that's definitely going to be on our list of worlds we want to explore. Or get some outposts and colonies on. Oh, love this. Okay, next turn. Desert world. This is slightly different than the arid world. I don't remember which one is better or worse. Almost no water. Ultra poor. Very poor mineral production. But on the scale, it's close to being an arid world. It doesn't. It's not void of life, but it has. It's pretty Spartan life. This is your Tatooine. Marindi Prime. Again, it's got a good maximum population, but it produces so low for our needs. That's not a high priority. We like the other world better. Okay, that's a red warp, so this one's not gonna. Okay, he's closer to being back home, so I'm gonna take this ship and develop. Go there. What do we got here? Volcanic world. Okay, this is one of the ones we really, really want. Okay, this is new. They don't have volcanic worlds in MO2, so this was something they created new. Volcanic planets are subject to constant fiery eruptions and violent tectonic activity, making life almost impossible. Ultra-rich planets have an exceptional abundance of useful minerals. Super production worlds. Nobody wants to live on these worlds except for us. Bing! I wonder what flagging it means. Does it ping it on our thing? I don't know. I have no idea what flagging it means. Okay, well, he's the closest to home, so we're going to send him to this system, to whatever that anomaly is, and explore it. Because we've already explored everything else we can. He's going to continue on to this system. Okay, nothing else. Move. Next turn.
A splinter of your time, Keystone.
High morale. Just more advisory stuff. Because everything's going well. Move. Okay. Explore the asteroids. And these guys can do something now. Can't use him on a world that doesn't have a colony, so we can't send him out there to do anything out there. Can we have both? No. I was going to say he can't build both a surveillance and a military outpost. That's what I was curious about. What can he do here? Nothing. Oh well. Right now he doesn't have any job. I guess he can move to this system and build some things. Okay, that's it. So that's just an asteroid field? No, it's not giving me any statistics. Okay, well, now I know that that's all that does. Hopefully this world is a good one to colonize. Oh, research ready.
With each new discovery, the knowledge of the crag grows, Keystone.
Improves our relations with others, yeah. Considering they all dislike us, I don't think that there's much that we can improve upon. I think it's pretty much locked on a low level. But we need spy defenses. That's why I went that route. Okay, Colonial Revenue Service, Civil Transport, and Colony Base. Colony bases enable a world that's already been colonized to colonize other worlds in the same system. It's a lower input than building a colony ship, which can actually go from system to system. So it's cheaper than building one of those, but you're limited to with colonizing your own system worlds. That's pretty good. I want to get some shields on though, because that'll help our defenses. I'll either do class 1 shields or the ECM jammer. Probably the class 1 shields, but I don't know. Basically, there's different classes of shields. They go from 1, 3, 5, and then I don't know if it jumps up to 10, or if there's an intermediate one in between. But my general philosophy is not to upgrade every single one of them. If you're going to do 1, then you skip 3 and go right to 5. If you don't do 1, then get 3. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, whatever.
Precious.
I'll make the
Just
decision.
a shard of your consciousness.
Can now build a spy center. Yes, yes, yes. Fleet needs orders. Yeah. Go ahead and move to this warp point. Pirate fleet detected near Sahil. And I gotta set up shop on that asteroid field. That's fine. What do we got here? Super banana. Great. Volcanic world. Is this the... No, it's a different one. So there's 2 volcanic worlds over here. Awesome. That's awesome. So we're going to put those on our short list of worlds we really, really, really want to conquer or visit. He's going to go back to Ocead. Clacons have blocked it. Oh, you jerks. They blocked it from here. Well, I'm going to go to there then.
This is GNN.
scout.
The galaxy's worst holiday destination list continues to grow as the Alkari flock has found yet another excavation of foreboding and cryptic debris. I sure hope they like the smell of mold.
So the Alkari had found it. So we know they're in the game. Our colony ship is ready, carrying one population unit inside of it. Great. So he wasn't able to get through there before they blocked it off. That sucks. Okay, well, what can we colonize? You could do Ocead Prime. I think it's going to be hard to defend both of those without taking those stupid pirates out first. Built one on both sides of that gate. Jerks. I don't want to fight it. I don't want to fight there. He's gonna get destroyed. I want to flee. I want to flee. Oh, that sucks. I can't just escape.
Excuse this interruption, Keystone.
Jerks. So they're blocking me from being able to go through. Your fleet can't travel through the warp worm. That's military presence by negotiating open borders treaty with them. I don't know if I can, but audience.
Why do you call on the Hive? We hear you. We consent. We hear you.
Okay. What'd they say? Oh no, it wasn't non-aggression, it was open borders. But that requires non-aggression pact.
We won't waive what's ours. We negate you. We won't waive what's ours. We refuse.
Alright. I'm not ready to declare war, so...
Skitter up.
Great. So I'm still stuck here. Well, I'm gonna sit there, because, pirates are there, so I can't hang out in that world. I guess I could hang out there. Well, they're gonna close this off as well. Oh great, pirates are already gone there. Forget that. Okay, missile base is completed at Ocead 3. Awesome. Okay, so at least they're not defenseless now. New production. Alright. Automatic factory, because we want to upgrade our production. Research. Spy center. And that's good for now. Okay, their frigate's almost built. I want to go in and check out our blueprints, because now we can build a destroyer. Special. We can build augmented engines. Yeah, why not? Okay, we're still overweight. I like the neutron blasters. We don't need as many. Now we're under. No core systems. So we can get about 10. Anti-missiles would be bad. Missiles is all we really need. It puts us at 0.75. How can I get rid of this 0.75? It's in our nuclear drive. Why can't I do an extra? Why can't I do a sixth one of these? It's only 8. It should still be under the 110. It's not. How about another bomb? Can we put another bomb in there? No. Alright. Well, we're going to have some excess weight, but that'll get filled in. We can name the ships too. I'm fine with it. Okay, done. And fleet needs orders. Gotta keep our eyes on them. Alright, we're gonna build a destroyer next. Then we're gonna build biospheres and a hydroponic farm. Done. Next turn. Okay. Yeah, dang it. So we lost our other scout. Okay, we have our frigate 2 built, so we're going to go ahead and send it down the line. Colony ship has arrived. factories is as good as anything. Marine barracks to control it. Biospheres, missile base. We'll see where we're at after those are all built. So we can always rush these if we have the cash, but I don't want to throw my money away quite yet.
GNN, Galactic News Network.
Yes.
The Silicoid Crag has grown in strength.
That's it. Oh, I just thought of something. Forgot to explore that thing.
A kink requires your attention.
Okay, so we can either do class 1 shield, or ECM jammer, which baffles missiles. It's a good missile defense. Class 1 shields are crap, really, but it's something. Reduces damage -1 per hit. I'm going to take the ECM jammer for now. We'll try to get the class 3 shields when they're available.
With each new discovery, the knowledge of the crag
Yeah. Okay. Shoot ahead with, yeah, that'd be good. That's a good tech. But
crystal clear.
Okay, anything happening? Well, we don't have anything out there now. We want to get there, but we're going to have to go to war, basically, to get through there.
The anomaly turns out to be a derelict ship, floating eerily empty with no signs of its former crew. Your engineers report all systems are fully functional. Even if some crew members might refuse to board the ghost ship, it will make a great addition to your current fleet.
Nice, I got a frigate. There's our destroyer. Coming for you, pirate boy. So why did I destroy them? Because I didn't want them to show up, fly over there and attack us. So I had to wipe their fleet out. Okay, next turn. Hey, we got an achievement. I researched 8 technologies before turn 50.
With each new discovery, the knowledge of the crag grows, Keystone.
Okay, good. It's all good. Military tactics. There's our troop transport. Global DNA scanner. Detects alien DNA all over the colony population, improving security. That's great for humans because they start off with a poor security. Colonial revenue. Yeah, +1 coin, basically 1 BC for population. Those are our credits. Right now our money situation's not bad though. Atmospheric renewer. Makes the atmosphere as livable as possible. Merculite missiles. Yeah, we're gonna go that route.
Precious. A kink requires your attention.
Now we can build civil transport. Civil transporters carry population from the colony they're built at where you need them most. Select densely populated colony. Yeah, this is how we can transfer. Let's say, let's look at our empire here. Yeah, so we're still 6 of 8, but notice these are still 1 of 5. If this was already 8, I could go ahead and use our civil transports to transfer individual populations to these other worlds, enabling this one to keep growing, and then just basically shipping the population out. But since we're not maxed out yet, I'm not going to worry about it. This hasn't grown at all. It was 6 at the start of the game. That's our disadvantage. Okay. This fleet's going to do its thing. Bomb them out, because right now we don't have a military. We don't have an invasion. We need troop transport to actually physically invade and take over. But we can keep bombing them all we like. They survived. Decimated the space pirates.
Your crew descends to investigate the remains of the pirate enclave. The destruction is near total, but a constant thumping can be heard under a pile of rubble. Further investigation reveals an underground dungeon where the pirates kept an astounding number of slaves. You rescue them and offer them...
Nice. So our population just went up. Oh, but given that we're actually our population, so okay. Well, good. That means the production level is going up here then. So this isn't a great world for us either. It's an ultra poor radiated world. I mean, we could colonize it, but it's not a great world to colonize. We're gonna get this one before somebody else grabs it, but we can do that with a colony base. So I'm gonna go ahead and build. Let's see. Oh, we don't have the colony based tech yet. Okay. Oh, they're going to physically make us use those. Okay. I'm going to get that going. It's going to take a little bit. Build that after it's done. Alright. Done. Alright, well, we got ourselves a tiny little fleet. At least we're not completely void. Because now we got some ships here, too. We got a couple more frigates. Just don't know where to go. We're still not capable of taking on that thing. With all my forces, 2220. Nope. Send my fleet there. Uh-oh, they're colonizing. Swamp world.
And now, the news.
Population boom.
Demographers note a 50% increase in births on a silicoid colony world. The exact cause is uncertain.
You do know where babies come from, don't you?
So that means we're going to increase our population a little faster than we were going to before. High gravity world. Don't know. Don't know where that is on here. What? Oh, sudden population growth. The growth rate of your colony is doubled for the duration of the event. So eventually it's going to cease. It's like any baby boom, it's going to end at some point. Oh, yes, we can invest with them now. We actually have enough money to do this, but we need a presence there, I think. It's a good thing all my ships are moving there. New leader, Shio. The Alone. Sole survivor of deep space scouting mission gone horribly wrong. When found many years later, he lost connection with the Hive and gained bizarre physical gifts during a long period of isolation. He gained the ability to go into a self-imposed deep sleep, which slows down his aging and metabolic rate, allowing him to survive the limited resources of many years. His travel speed increases, so he's a ship manager. I'll take that. Okay, so we need to get him onto a ship. Select a fleet, then a ship. Okay. Put him on the destroyer. Take him a little bit to get there, I assume. Yep, 4 turns to get there. Why can't I invest? Provide the protecting race with 3 research points per turn to all the colonies in the system. I don't know.
With each new discovery, the knowledge of the crag grows, Keystone.
New missiles, atmospheric renewer. Updating our blueprints.
What dendrite of knowledge should these ones pursue, Keystone?
Troop transport. Cruisers. Titanium armor. I should get something I can get quicker. 7.
Crystal clear.
Okay. To all the colonies in the system. I don't know if I actually have to colonize it. Because this says invest. Maybe I need an outpost. Maybe I need an outpost there to do it. But they don't have outpost ships. Unless it's the little space factories. gonna build? It's not powerful enough to change the climate of a planet, but it can keep the atmosphere of nearby areas as livable as possible. Has a maintenance cost though. Cleans up some pollution. We don't generate any pollution. We consume everything. Okay, I want another space factory, and I want colony ship. We need to start building some civil transports. That's all we got. We gotta get some more tech, man. We need more buildings. We're at a glut. Blockaded starbase. Protecting race. I don't get it. I just think I need to colonize it. I need to get a colony ship there. But we'll see.
This is GNN.
So much for the population boom. It's over. So what can you do? You can guard. We're gonna get something built there. Research ready. Okay, do we want the deep scanner or the electronic computer? The deep scanner allows the ship to reveal all planets when arriving at an unknown system, so we don't have to explore them individually. Okay, well that's somewhat useful. I don't mind the extra step. Electronic computer increases weapon accuracy for ships that it's on. The basic electronic computer is responsible for calculating all firing solutions for energy weapons and spaceship. Limited processing power makes it only slightly better than eyeballing a shot, but it's increased energy weapon accuracy by a fair bit. It's auto upgrade. I don't really mind having to reveal them individually. That's not a chore for me, so I'll take this.
Witty?
Upgrade all of them. Do their best in the spirit of the creation. Yeah, that's fine. It's just another system. And done.
What dendrite of knowledge should these ones pursue, Keystone?
I like the fact that there's 4 things I get out of this, so I'm going to choose that, I think. Our economy is doing great. We don't have a problem with economy. Otherwise, now you know what?
Crystal clear.
It gives us a better engine and some upgrades. We need to start focusing on buildings though, because our planets are going to start getting tapped out as far as. Yeah, so we're still at 6 people. And we have no buildings to build, so. Need colonies. Yeah, that doesn't do anything, does it? Alright, so the space factory. What if we locked out these guys. Oh, you know what? Go here. Let's see if we can do something for that little thing. But I'm betting if I lock this off, the Klakons will go to war with us for isolating their world. I'm sure of it. Spy Center is ready. Marine Barracks completed. Spy Center. Advanced Fusion. Spy Center built. Colony ship into queue. New research.
With each new discovery, the knowledge of the craft...
Upgrade all. Okay.
What dendrite of knowledge should these ones pursue, Keystone?
We're gonna need Marines soon.
Precious.
Our economy just took a hit, which means we're getting some other buildings.
Exquisite.
As our fleet gets bigger, that's gonna be a problem. So yeah, I better do that. Stay ahead of the curve. So they have one in research and one in production. I guess that's alright. Yeah, it's alright.
Welcome to GNN.
Confusion sweeps across the galaxy as reports of Antaran sightings have now been confirmed by independent survivors.
Antarans are back.
It seems that the vicious and ill-tempered old race has managed to escape from their ancestral prison in an unknown pocket dimension and are expected to continue to terrorize the galaxy in the foreseeable future.
We'll update this information as hostilities escalate from these initial skirmishes to what we can only assume will be an all-out invasion resulting in the extinction of all other sentient life in the galaxy.
Stay tuned for more news!
Oh, you can see where... Okay. We both have a presence here. These little red lines have really got us locked out. Okay, we finally got our colony ship built. Let's bring it to Namor. Okay, Renoir has a level up. He levels up so we can increase some stuff. Okay, do we want to increase security or pop growth? Pop growth, please, because that's our worst disadvantage.
With each new discovery, the knowledge of the...
Private funding, crust prospecting, that's new. Crust prospecting boosts geological analysis and exploiting planet. Easier to extract minerals, well that's very important. Advanced data center helps science. Again, I'm going to skip over the biology entirely. We're going to look at the 12 levels, and they're all at 12. We'll go through the ship next time. I don't know what private funding.
Crystal clear. A segment of your attention.
Success in science. Oh, that actually transferred a population. Okay, well, I'm not going to be building those as often as I thought. Okay, so that... Okay, that makes it a lot harder to deal with that. Okay. So I built this transport. That just automatically took one of our population and put it on a ship so we can move to another world. Okay, well, at least I know how it works now. So I won't be building that unless I do hit that maximum population. That'll keep them busy for a little bit. Well, he's building one on that side. I'm going to build one on this side. Your fleet's going to be isolated because of it. There, we can invest finally. Next level will provide 9 research points. Maybe I shouldn't have brought my colony ship here. We'll see what happens when I get there. Okay, so I can't colonize them. They are independent. Okay. Well, we are protecting them. So, where are we going to send our colony ship then? Back there. Just bouncing it back and forth. That's alright. We got a good sized fleet here.
GNN, Galactic News Network.
Route to this.
Betting enthusiasts and weapon manufacturers alike are already looking forward to the inevitable grudge match, scheduled for later in this galactic era.
I don't know who won, but it was a rout. Okay, so now we have extra people here. Oh, they're on strike. Oh, we can't even do that. Oh well. We'll get you to like me eventually. Next turn.
Welcome to GNN.
State of the galaxy.
And now, the state of the galaxy. Current ranking of space fleet strengths.
Okay, we're in the mix. We're in the mix. We got some more ships being built. I'm on the doorstep of building cruisers too, so. Oh, we should look at this. So, our score still sucks. Conquest. Tech. Our tech was way behind. I don't know why. I think we were going pretty quick there. Economy is okay. Diplomacy. I know that's not going to work. Taran victory. Alright. Earth the Prospector. Pulls valuable mineral cores straight from south. I'm taking him. whatever he does, I'll use him. He's an administrator. Alright, let's assign him to Nymeor Prime. Terran world. Lush and lifey. Okay. What are we going to build here? Automated factories. Marine barracks. Government support facility. Helps morale. Research lab. Hydroponic farm. I don't know why we'd build that until we have a population big enough to actually farm it. That should keep them busy for a while. We'll have to worry about defenses too, of course. Oh, look at them. What are they doing? That's a scout. That's not, though. That's 2 frigates and a destroyer. Because if they want to come to this world, they have to go up and all the way around. That, or they're going to try to take on Mr. Space Monster. Curious. Push them through. They haven't declared war, so I don't think they're going to attack me. Threatening fleet detected. Oh, I hope that thing doesn't start moving. Private funding's done.
With each new discovery, the knowledge of the crag grows.
Alright, we're gonna get this cruiser stuff going. Okay, I gotta start thinking about time here. Yeah, we've done this. This has been 2 hours. Probably gonna wrap this up. I could tell this is going to be another interesting long play. I thought, well, maybe if I get myself in trouble and get wiped out right away, that'd be that. I'm not worried about a Clack on Scout. They can't go very far. Okay, we'll get... Let's just get a couple more turns thrown in here and then we'll wrap it up. Colony ship completed at Ocead 3. Unfortunately, I have no place I can send it. All the current worlds that I have access to are... Yeah, we need multi-state insulator. Can't go there. I don't want to colonize that world because it's ultra poor in minerals. It's not worth it. Can't get here because he's blocked it. That's why I'm blocking off all these worlds as retaliatory. He won't be able to access his world now. I don't know what he's going to do. Great. What am I going to do with the colony ship if I don't have any place to colonize? first, because this is morale. We gotta get these people happy again. Everything's good. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my stupid colony ship. We're gonna have to go to war, but I don't have the fleet for war yet. We gotta get them to a point where they can actually punch through those defenses. So for now, we're just gonna upgrade those guys. I want to see what happens if I can go through that world, that system, or if those things just automatically destroy anybody that comes into it. Well, for now we're just going to skip them.
Welcome to GNN.
Now controls 5 planets.
Galactic neighbors should take heed as the Meklar Combine.
Alright, so the Meklar Combine's out there. So it's 3 of our opponents that we know. Okay, what do these guys want to do? Well, government support, colonial revenue, research lab, and starbase, just like the other system. Make the people happy, get the science upgraded, get the money upgraded. And with the starbase, our defense will go up. Well, for now, I'm just going to guard them. I love this. This is a great game. I'm gonna be able to sink so much time into this. It's the same game. I read the comments online. A lot of people are complaining that it was just Master of Orion II. Well, for those of us that love Master of Orion
Knowledge
II,
deposition is steady.
that's awesome. Now, maybe this isn't a game for everybody, but it's definitely a game for me. We're losing money right now, so we gotta get these things going. So he didn't attack me right away, so that's good. Can't upgrade because I don't have the cash. We're in the positive again.
With each new discovery, the knowledge of the crag grows.
Okay.
What dendrite of knowledge should these ones pursue, Keystone?
Alright, we need to keep doing things that help our wealth. So I'm going to go ahead and do macro
Exquisite.
economics. those cost more money than I have, so that's what I'm saying. You can't have big fleets if you don't have money. Okay, we got ourselves something to investigate. Let's get someplace that's got the warp plane's blocked. Yep, so much for that. Oh, now it's blocked too. Near default. In order to prevent the crisis, Empire will automatically scrap one of your ships every turn until there's no risk of default. Thing bounces up and down a lot. We are in a deficit. Oh, imagine that. A nation with a deficit. The walls came crumbling down. It's because we built another destroyer. Oh, you're so not ready. I could throw all of my forces into fighting this alien. Let's see what our military forces are if we combine them all into one stack. I don't think it's going to be very good. Oh, shoot. This is so expensive. Oh, stupid colony ship. What to do? What to do? I mean, I can easily reverse my financial trends by just switching to trade goods until we, get. See, that dropped us down to -7. Boom. Yeah, -7's not going to break us. He's trapped. Alright. He's got to go back. How far he go back? Oh, they're going to explore that little thing. Okay. That's a good enough spot to stop the game. Gonna go ahead and save it. Oh, I love this. This is great. I hope you guys are enjoying this. This isn't a game that's full of a lot of exciting twists and turns, but I may not even record another version of this without knowing if anybody's even caring. I just wanted to, have my first time reactions to this reinvention of a classic game that I love to be, documented. So that's why I wanted to record it. So with that, I'm gonna stop. Thanks for watching.